In this video, I'm going to show you how to get node by its position in a singly linked list. To get started, I'm going to start off by setting up our method name, and we're going to call it get. Get will take in an argument, and that argument will be the index, the location in which within our list that we want to grab the node from. So if we go here to our pseudocode, the first thing that we're going to have to take care of is keeping track of the current node. So as we're traversing through this list, we're going to have a current node to keep track of. So to start off with, we're going to do let current node equals this dot head. Okay. And next, we're going to set up a loop. Originally, I was thinking about doing a while loop. However, I've been using a while loop in the past, and we have yet to use a for loop. So I would like to change this up a little by using a for loop. So within this for loop, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up by doing let I equals 0. So this will be the initial state of our index at the very 0, and then the condition for running our loop is to check that I is less than this dot length, or the length of our current list. And then each iteration we want to increment the index. Okay, so here, all right, so that's our basic setup for for loop. So next within our loop is we want to check if the argument index is equal to the loop index, then return the node. So that would mean that if this condition is true, then we arrive to the location within our list, therefore we can return the node. So the way we're going to do that is if index, all right, this index being the argument passed, if that index is equal to I, or the index for the iteration, because we start at 0 and each time we loop, this index will increase. All right, so it's checking to see if these two are equal. If that is the case, then we arrive to the location, we arrive to the node within our list, and we want to return it. So we're going to do return current node. Now in our else block, then that would mean that we have yet to arrive to the index. So we are going to, based off this pseudocode, is update the current node. So we're going to do current node and current node dot next. Okay, so we are making the next node become the new current node. So if you can, let me see here, let me draw this up for you. All right, so currently here we have a list, singly linked list with 7, 14, and 19. So it looks like this currently. So 7, 14, and 19. Well, here at the start of our code, we're initially setting up the current node to be the head, or the right here at the 7. So as it's going through this loop, if this is going through this loop, and once it reaches this else block, this new current node is being given a new value of current node.next. So it's saying that if this was the current node, now we're making this one the new current node. And if it goes through the loop again, then this one will be the new current node. And then if it loops again, well, it won't loop again because it at this point, this condition would be falsely, right? Because the I would be less than this dot length. So in that case, it would exit the for loop, and meaning that the index was greater than the length that was provided. The index that was provided as an argument was greater than the length of our list. So and we never ended up executing this block of code or finding it. So we're just going to return false. All right. And that is it. That is it for our code. So now is testing time. So let's go ahead and test this out. We're going to do list.get. Let's do an index of 1 to start off with. Remember that we're starting off with an index of 0. So if this is 0, then this is index of 1, right? So if I put index of 1, we should expect this 14 to arrive to be our output. And if you look here in our console, indeed you see that the node is 14. Now what if I did number 2? We would assume this is 7 is 0, and then this is 1, and then 19 is 2. So let's go ahead and save that. And you see we get 19, the node with 19. And what about 0? That would be the first one, right? Which is 7. Let's test that out. Indeed, 7. All right, what if we do a negative number? We should get false, right? It should end up executing this here and returning false. Indeed, you see false. What about if we go over the number of indexes? So this is 0, 1, and 2. So if we try 3, it should also be false. And if I run that, you see false, and anything after that value, it would give us the same. So if I did 19, we should get false. All right, so that is it. Here is our get method that if we want to locate a specific node inside our linked list, it will return that node.